Da-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na, da-na-da. Hey, we are live once again. Thank you for allowing me the privilege of coming into your home, wherever you might find yourself around the globe. Santos Rolon Jr. Here we are, another program, another episode. Actually, this is episode number 30 of Sunday Night Alive Power Hour with your host, Soldier of Self Mastery. I'm excited to be here over the next 30 minutes. I hope that those of you that join me tonight would share who you are. Let me know who you are. Share your name, where you're from, and what else would I like for you to share with us today. I might pick on you a little bit. Do you mind if I pick on you a little bit? By the way, you're wondering probably why I have my journal open on a blank page. It's because I want to take some notes today. So once again, my friend, we are live over the next 30 minutes. I'm excited. It is a privilege and an honor to be here with you. We have a few things that we're going to go over. Obviously, I want to get some house cleaning, and then we're going to get to the problem, and then we're going to get to what we're going to be talking about on this program today. So I see we have a new Louis Payan. Louis Payan, I believe I got that right. Welcome to episode number 30. We're going to be here for 30 minutes. That's it, folks. We're going to do our best to motivate, to inspire, to get you moving faster in the right direction. Now, key is repetition. So I find myself here every Friday and Sunday that I come before you. It is a leap of faith. It is a step. You know, everything that we try new, it can make us nervous. It can make us scared because we don't know what's on the other side. We don't know what's on the other side. So welcome to the episode, Louis. I might be picking on you today. Hopefully you'll hang around. Let me get some house cleaning. What are we doing here today? What are we doing with this program? What would you like to see happen over the next few weeks and next few months with your program? Sunday Night Alive Power Hour. Come on. I need some help here. I need some help. So we're gonna go forward here. I'm having a tough time staying away from the casino. We're gonna be talking a little bit about that, Louis. So hang tight, my friend. Welcome. I'm glad that you're with us here. Let me know where you're from. I'd like to know where you're from, and maybe just a little bit more about you, if you don't mind me kind of picking on you before I get. Actually, let me get through the house cleaning, okay? Let me show you guys what I got today. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable, my friends. Once again, here's the old version, and here's the new version. Now, this was not supposed to happen. It was not supposed to be this big. Take a look at that. Isn't that something? But anyways, we're going to be fixing the little red book. It looks like the big black book today. Anyways, this is my copy. Again, it's going to be made smaller. So I do apologize for any of you guys that did purchase the copy on Amazon. Unfortunately, things happen and I got to work. I have to work. Dan G, thank you for being with us tonight here over the next 30 minutes. And let me read what you got going on there. Dan G, since gambling starts with reception, would a solution be fighting the temptation with other activities and sticking with it? That's a great point. It's a great question. We're going to get to that here in a minute, Dan G. I'll call on you. So hopefully you'll hang around. We're going to be back here again, Lord willing, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Friday. We are accepting donations. Even if it's $1 million, we're prepared to receive it. So if you enjoy the content, if you enjoy the motivation, the inspiration, or the education, whatever it is, the live programming or the videos on YouTube, I would encourage you to give to this labor of love, and because that helps me. First of all, I want to fund a project so that I can give away books, so that I can give away T-shirts. Would you guys like to receive a Soldier of Mastery T-shirt, or maybe a book, a signed autograph? book, or maybe some health products. I like to drink health products. Or we can come up with some other things. So my friends, if you guys want, you are all a part of this. If you want to partake of this, send me an email. Let me know what you think. By the way, I'm going to be asking you. So my link, if you want to connect with me, if you have some ideas, again, this is your program too. This is our program. I don't want this to be a boring program. I want this program to be exciting. I want it to be a little bit different. I want your ideas. I would love your ideas on topics. What would you like to discuss here? Or what would you like to see going forward? I mean, we've got something really great here, and you're a part of this, my friend. You are a part of something that's kind of getting started. And this is episode number 30, so I'm really excited about that. Okay, so we've got done. Let me see. We've got the house cleaning out of the way. I want to read a proverb. I usually read one proverb. We'll get that done and out of the way. The proverb is this. It's John 3:5. Jesus answered, "Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit." This is John 3:5, New Testament. "He cannot enter into the kingdom of God." Wow. So, unless a man is born from above. So, that's a great proverb. I repeat these proverbs to myself. I'm always kind of meditating on affirmations because it just helps me keep my focus. Okay. I haven't forgotten what G has posted in the comments. We're going to get to that in a minute. Thank you, Louis, for letting me know. Quincy, Massachusetts. Okay, I'm going to be picking on a few folks today. I don't pick on you guys enough. We all need to be challenged. So let me ask you, this kind of is going to be a little bit of a different program because I want to get more input from you guys. I really do. I want to make this program better. So I'm here with my pen. I've got my pen and I've got my notes. So if you chat in the chat area and I pick up something, I'm going to take it down as an idea. Okay. Also, you can send me an email, my friends. I really would truly appreciate that if you did that. Okay. So the theme for this program today is not only how can we make this better for you, how can we make this better for others? My friend, I'm excited. I'm both challenged and I want more. I want something better. So I really want you guys to think about this and see what we can do to make this thing go forward. I'm already throwing ideas out. So I know that you guys don't mind if I pick on you a bit. I want to interact with you a little bit out of the chat area, get some more interaction going. So, I want to share a quick joke. By the way, the minutes are going fast, but let me share a quick joke with you guys. Let me see if I can make some sense out of this joke. There's a guy driving a car real fast on the freeway. He was doing about 55, and he happened to look over to his left with his peripheral, and he saw what looked like this white bird, and it was just keeping up with him on the freeway, and he was like, wow, this is pretty interesting. So I'm going to do my best with this joke here. So next to that chicken moves up ahead of the vehicle, and the guy's kind of intrigued because he noticed something about that white chicken. It had 3 legs. 3 legs. So the chicken got ahead of the car. He's doing about 60 now, 65 miles an hour. So the guy steps on the gas and he catches up to the chicken and he's checking that thing out. I mean, that chicken is just, it's hauling ASS, and he's kind of intrigued. So next to the chicken takes off again and it goes down this road through these area into this kind of like a farm place, where like a farmhouse. So the car decides to follow the chicken. This guy's all excited. He wants to see this 3-legged chicken, So he pulls into this area and never been there before, but notice it's like a big farm area, kind of ranch. And this guy shows up, this big guy shows up, comes out and he says, "Yeah, how can I help you?" And the driver says, "Man, did you see that chicken?" And the rancher says, "Yeah. The driver says, "He's pretty neat looking, 3 legs." He goes, "Yeah, he's pretty fast too." So the rancher says to the driver, "I know I'm not doing justice here. I'm gonna do it anyways." The rancher says to the driver, "Yeah, what is it when you create those kinds of animals for his family to feed off, right? He wanted to create this type of bird to breed these birds. Yeah, I created that three-legged creature. And the driver says to him, I guess he says, what do those things taste like? What do they taste like? And the rancher says, I don't know. I can't catch them. I can't catch them. Anyways, I know I chopped that one up pretty good. So let's get into this. Again, this is going to be kind of an open session. I want to get some feedback from you guys. Hopefully you'll laugh at me. You've laughed at me with my little joke that I had there. So before I get started, I want to thank you guys for being with me. George Richards, what have you done to your hair, Santos? I haven't done anything to my hair. It's thinning, my friend. It's thinning. My hair used to be really thick and curly. So now that it's thinning, it's just becoming a little bit more easier to manage, I guess. Anyways, I have a good hair day every single day, my friend. Thank you for asking, George. Appreciate the question. Louis Payan says he's from Quincy, Massachusetts. Now, thank you. Daniel from New York City, welcome to the episode. I'm telling you, we're going to be here for just another 15 minutes. I really want to get some input from you guys, but I want to dive into this question Dan G presents right here because I don't have a topic. There's no agenda. Yeah, I've got some notes, but I'm going to throw them out the window. I think I overdid it with that chicken, the three-legged chicken joke. I'll get better at it. So Dan G says, since gambling starts with reception, I'm not too sure if I understand that word reception. Would a solution be fighting the temptation with other activities and sticking with it? Well, that's a really great question, and we talk about this all the time. Gambling starts out with a trigger. Yes, it starts out with a trigger, with a temptation. Something gets you to focus on that thought. And obviously, when you've been doing it for so long, it's a habit, right? It's a lifestyle. But we don't live in the casino, right? We're not in the casino 24/7. So we are away from the casino, Dan, most of the time, right? And then we go into the casino, we hang out for hours on end. We lose track. It's like you enter into another world in the casino. You lose track of everything, including your sanity. So yes, the solution is to fight. The solution, right? Everything that we do is right here. We train here, we fight here, and we win or lose here. And then it's all exposed on the outside. So the key is, and this applies to any addiction, right? The key is repetition. If you read it on the board behind me, repetitively training yourself before the fight, before the temptation, before the trigger. And we know nobody knows you better than you know yourself. You know when those triggers pop up. You know when those temptations come at you. You know exactly when they come. No, as a coach, I can't tell when a trigger is going to come your way or when a temptation is going to come. Only you do. So the key is, you're right, Dan, the key is to win the battle, to train, okay, up here. How do you train? Well, you can use your self-speech, right? You can read books. You can watch videos like this, and you can take notes. I would highly encourage those of you that watch these videos, these lives, take notes. You know, what's popping into your mind? What idea do you come up with as I'm sharing live here? So Dan G, the key is to fight, begin fighting, begin training before the battle. I mean, think about it. A boxer, a UFC, a person that plays golf, a basketball player, cheerleaders, anybody that's in a valuable profession, what do they do first? We train. We train ahead, right? We train ahead of the experience. We train ahead of the position. We train ahead of the temptation. We train ahead of the trigger. That's what we must do. And it's not as difficult as we are made to believe. We make things so complicated, my friends. We complicate things. So I meant repetition. Yeah, repetition is key. Um, Hello, Daniel. Once again, I hope that you are staying. Actually, I've been hearing that you guys are having some pretty good weather over there in the East Coast. So stay cool where it's warm. Stay warm where it's cool, my friend. But most importantly, we got to learn to stay cool right here. You know, it's a new week coming up, right? Last week is gone, guys, gals, ladies and gentlemen. Last week is gone. You know, whatever we did earlier today is gone. It's behind us. What we have to look forward is where we are right now, what we could be doing right now, and what we need to be doing to prepare for this week, right? Are you going to have another week like you had last week? Are you? Or are you preparing to make it a different week? My friend, be challenged. Be challenged to make it a better. I'm going to share something with you on this episode that has kind of been catching my attention, but I really would like to see. I mean, are you guys, how can we make this program a little better? Because, I really appreciate all of you guys that come on here every Friday, every Sunday, and some of you stick around till the end. Some of you can't do it. But I'm asking you guys, what would make this program better for you? How could I make this program better? I'm open to your ideas. I'm open to your input. Again, at the top of the chat, there's my link, my personal website. If you haven't gone there, check it out. soldiersofselfmastery.com. By the way, the book, I showed you this earlier. It's the big red book. It's got to be shortened. It's got to be made smaller. So see the difference? Anyways, we're working to make the book smaller, obviously, but I think it came out pretty good. You can see the title of it, and I like the back. It's pretty good, but I gotta make it smaller. We gotta cut it in half. So if you receive the big copy, it still works. It's just we're just going to condense it, make it smaller. We're making some changes, so it's not available at this point. Once again, I think my partner stopped the sales aspect of it. So, Ginny, welcome to episode number 30. Thank you for having you here. Gina's from Florida. I hope that you are safe where you are, safe and warm and dry. I know Florida's been gets hit hard. Ginny says she relapsed. I relapsed, but I'm back. Thank you for your guidance. After a couple of times that you relapse, pick up on the enemy. You should be able to smell the enemy. Should be able to smell the enemy coming. Should be able to hear the enemy coming. And that's the difference between desire and determination, right? You got to have desire. You got to have determination in order to win. And you can win. Each and every one of you guys that are struggling. I mean, I'm free from gambling. I'm very grateful. And I had help, though. I admit I had help. I've had much, and I still need help every single day. Sometimes, you guys may look at me and everything may seem to be kind of fine with me on my end, but it's not. I have my fair share of challenges, but I'm determined. See, you got to be completely determined, and that's the key. So, Lewis, I'm going back to the comments. I want to get more involved with you guys here. Quincy, Massachusetts. By the way, I'm from Willimantic, Connecticut, Lewis. Hopefully you're still here. I grew up in Hartford, born in Puerto Rico, but I was raised in Hartford. So you're like in my backyard, Lewis. Thank you for being here. And if there's anything else that you want to share, feel free. George says, what happened to your hair? I got that. I'm having a great hair day every single day, my friend. Joe, welcome. Welcome to the episode. Joe, I'm just curious. If I miss you, where you're from or whatever, I would like to know a little bit more, obviously, of where you're from. So let me know where you're from. I think you've allowed me to do that, Joe. But if you want to be repetitive, put it in the comments. I'd love to know where you're from. I know Daniel's from New York City, somewhere out there, traveling the subs and the busing system. New York City. I enjoyed my stay there. In fact, I have family in New York City, in Brooklyn. George says, when the temptation comes, that thought to gamble, how do we resist that evil thought? There's the key words. You said it right there, George. It's you got to resist. You got to resist. You have to be determined. Number one, you have to be completely determined. That's why I do this. Hopefully what I do motivates and inspires you to get desire. And that desire can be turned into determination. Because once you get momentum going in your life, you'll be able to defeat anything, really, if you set your mind to it. Now, it's always the beginning step that's always the most difficult, right? Getting over that hurdle, making the decision, taking that first step, that frightening first step. It's scary, man. It's it's like, it may even appear to you in your mind like you're stepping over a cliff, right? It's frightening. It's scary, man. Think about it. You're jumping into a place that you've never been before, right? You want to be there. You want to create momentum there, but you got to step over that fine line. And you can do this. Each and every one of you guys can do this. Don't believe the lie. Don't believe your mind might be telling you otherwise. Right now, your mind might be trying to tell you lies. Don't believe your mind when it tells you lies. Believe the truth, that it's possible. You guys know who Roger Bannister is? Roger Bannister was an athletic person back, some time ago. He broke the 4-minute mile. Nobody was breaking the 4-minute mile. He broke the 4-minute mile. And today, the 4-minute mile is turned into less than the 4-minute mile. When he did it, others could do it also. So there's been many people that have broken free from addictions, especially problem gambling. I've been one of them. I'm very fortunate. I'm very thankful to the Lord above. So if I can do it, my friend, if I can fight temptation, if I can train my mind before triggers and temptations and difficult times, if I can win the battle up here, okay? If I can train up here, if I can win the battle. Now, there was a time where I wasn't winning the battles, right? I would try and fall down. I would try and fall down. But after 3 or 4 times of falling down, you begin to recognize who and what your enemy is. And that's the key, is knowing ahead of time, preparing yourself ahead of time. So yes, I'm a prime example. You can do it. You can do it. Okay. If some guy can create a 3-legged chicken, 3-legged chickens are pretty quick. Nobody knows how they taste because you can't catch a 3-legged chicken. That's just part of the beginning of this program. Anyways, we're going to be winding down here soon. But my friends, Gina says, Florida here, relapsed. Okay, got that. So true. I'm fighting temptation right now. I know if I just don't think about it, it won't go. See, Dan, it'll get better. It'll get a lot more comfortable for you. But it's those first beginning steps, my friend. That's where you have to fight hard. That's where you have to implement everything that you have, including your own will. But once you climb over those speed bumps, 1 or 2 or 3 of them, obviously, you know what's going to happen. You're beginning to create momentum. But again, I have to be honest with you guys. Unless you're determined, unless you truly want it, a plan won't help. A coach won't help. A book won't help. Videos won't help. You gotta analyze yourself. You gotta analyze your thinking, and that's why I talk about all of these things. Analyze where you're at in life. You don't have to end up with 2 broken legs. You don't have to end up in the hospital to quit gambling, problem gambling. You don't have to have a major accident to be stopped. Of course, those things do happen, and there's the end of that thing that you were doing. But we shouldn't have to wait for something like that to happen to us when we can again, we have hope. We can inspire hope, get inspired hope from others, inspiration. And hope leads to determination. Hope leads to determination. Determination leads to a plan, right? A plan leads to execution. Analyzation is part of that. And then re-execute. If you fall down, get back up. If you fall down, get back up. But if you're falling down too many times, then you need to question what you have going on. So no more with that. We can be tempted about something we don't think about. Exactly. Thoughts come. 70 to 80,000 thoughts are flowing through our minds every single day. Now, Daniel says you must have a recovery program. Without it, you will not stop. You're right, Daniel. You have to have some sort of a program. That's why, again, I offer coaching services. We take our money, and we basically blow it feeding the casino coffers. And you could take some of that money and invest it in yourself. Again, you don't have to hire me. I offer my services because I believe I can get you results. I believe I can get you the results faster. Again, I will only work with people that are completely determined. But you can go to a GA meeting. You can get yourself a book. Again, the little red book that I talk about, which will be back out on the shelves again. Even with its mistakes and all, it's still a good book. It still challenges you. It still gives you ideas, mental ideas for you to be able to get a plan together. And that's the key. There's obviously nothing that's 100% perfect, but as long as you can get some things together that will apply, that you can relate to, if you can relate to these things, you'll get something going. And that's why I do offer my coaching. And again, I'll be willing to work with anybody. It's not about, I've had some questions presented about my coaching spots. I want to find out if we're a good fit, first of all, right? If you and I are a good fit, if we can work together, if you've got some things in place that I would highly love to work with, we can team up together, we can brainstorm, we can analyze, and every week we can fine tune and see, what's going on and what we need to fix. That's what a coach does. But ultimately, you have to put in the work. So that's basically the way that works. How do I enroll with your program? Well, Dan G, if you want to enroll, at the top of the chat, you can go directly to my personal webpage. Again, you can send me an email. I will respond to that email. I'll do a 30-minute free consultation to see if we can work together, because that's the key. You definitely, your time is valuable. Your time is precious. I want to be able to make sure that I can help you. And you got to be willing to accept me also, right? We have to have a good fit together. And once we recognize that, yeah, we can work together, we can get a plan, then we go to step B, step C, the rest of the other little things that need to be done in order for us to engage in an application, kind of like a little contract, so that we can do the coaching for you. But I'm here to help you get results faster. That's all I'm here for, is to help you get the results faster. Again, if you're determined to do that. So, Dan G, that's what you do. Go to the top of the chat. You can subscribe at soldiersofselfmastery.com/happier, or you can just go on my webpage and you can send me a direct email, and I'll get back to you as soon as I get that. We can't be tempted. Let me see, Daniel. Dan G, how do I enroll with your program? George Rich, you're a good teacher, Santos. George, I really appreciate that. I'm working on myself every single day. Now that I don't have a problem with gambling anymore, I can focus on other areas of my life, which is really, really cool. I'm grateful that I can be here. I want to do more. My mission in life is to bring the best out of people. And that takes work. That takes study. I have to optimize my own paradigms continually. I have to stay educated. And money is also an involvement here. That's why I want to give out free t-shirts. I want to send books out. I want to send out some of the products. I have a product that I take. It's called Ionite. Phenomenal product. You put it in water. It helps your brain. It's not about the water. It's not about how much water you're drinking. I mean, that has a part of your body and your mental attitude, but it's what type of water you're drinking, right? How much of it, but what type of water. A lot of us have been drinking bad water, and the body needs good water and kind of good food too. So these are things that I want to give away to you guys, but the only way that I could do that is if I have some kind of a project where all of us fund that project. So there's money there. We can even get a trustee, if you guys, if you will. We can get a trustee to handle that. And when T-shirts go out, you know, we're all part of it. You guys receive these items. I don't know if you guys are thinking about these things. Also, I would like to do a Google Hangout. A Google Hangout is where we all see each other on camera. We can do that through this program. The chat session would probably be eliminated. I believe it's still there. It would still, yeah, no, the chat session would also be there, but we would actually see you on camera. That's called a Google Hangout. You know, please give me some feedback if that's something that you guys might be interested in, because the way that works is a little bit different than these live episodes. I would actually have to send you an invite through an email link in order for you to be on camera with me. So that's another thing that I want to shake things up, guys. You know, I want to do something different for you. You know, I don't want you just to come to a program and hear me preaching, you know, sharing these corny jokes and you know, having a good hair day every single day. You believe my hair used to be really curly, and now it's like, it's amazing. I'm telling you, it could be the water. But anyways, I'm here for you guys, man. You know, I'm free to be me. I'm enjoying my life. Does this program challenge me? Yes, it challenges me. Does this program make me nervous a little bit sometimes? Yes, it does. But that's life, and you got to be willing to handle these things. You got to be willing to accept these fears and these, even this fly that's in the studio. I'm about to smack it into another world in a minute if I get a hold of it. It's somewhere. But this is life, my friends. And, you know, once again, we're heading into a new week. You know, are you prepared for this week? You know, are you prepared to be better at your job? Are you prepared to be a better listener to your children? Are you prepared to be a better listener to your spouse? Are you challenging yourself not to complain? You know, are you preparing your self-talk? The way you talk to yourself, my friend, has a lot to do with the way that you feel and how you respond to situations. We don't want to react. We want to respond. And the vision, you know, what vision are you carrying in your mind? I'm going to share this, and I'm going to be ending the program. Jesse Valdez, thank you for sharing, for coming into the program. Again, I really want to hear from you guys. In all honesty, please challenge me. Send me emails letting me know what topics, what you know, what can I do different for you guys? How can we make this program better going forward? All right. I'm expecting at least maybe 3 or 4 emails, if not more, or heads are going to roll next week. Heads are going to roll. No, I'm just kidding. Stephen Huggins. That seems more vulnerable, which is good. Stephen Huggins, I really like the Google Hangout idea. Thank you. Again, all I need is emails, and we can come on here, and you guys could be sharing your thoughts, and I'm not doing all the preaching. If you guys are interested, send me emails. Send me emails, or else heads are going to roll. All right. Thank you, Huggins. By the way, I don't know where you're from, but hopefully it's a really great place. Let me know. Google idea is a good one. Okay. Dan G is in agreement. Idea that way people can say their ideas and how their triggers start, and you can give us ideas. Exactly. Of course, Google is going to be a little bit more exciting because you're going to be able to see who's on the screen. So if you're not afraid of the camera, which I believe that all of you are not, we can do this. But I need more than 2 or 3 people to come on board here, because then if we do it, well, if we did it, other people would, no, we would be the only ones that would be able to chat, the few people that are on Google Hangout. That's why I need to get a solid commitment. If you guys want to do this, let me know. Send me some emails. soldiersofselfmastery.com. My link is at the top of the chat there, okay? Daniel Horton, he's got a little chicken there. Yeah. I hope you guys understood my three-legged chicken joke. Okay. David Klotzberger, welcome to the episode, my friend. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? You know what? I'm doing super fantastic. I'm working on being super fantastic, terrific, and over the top every single day. People ask me that. Some people don't believe that, They don't have to believe that. You know who has to believe that? Is me. And when you've said it long enough and enough times, guess what happens? You actually begin to believe it. Super fantastic, terrific, over the top day, daily, in spite of and because of. Well, Santos, what do you do when things go wrong? Well, things go wrong. My energy dips a little bit and I go get away and I remind myself, Santos, you committed to making every single day. So, we're going to go through stuff. The thing is not to stay angry, is to use your anger positive, right? Let your anger motivate you to do positive things. And believe me, you can train your brain, or your brain's going to train you. Either you're going to make your brain your best friend, or your brain is going to become your worst nightmare. And that's the truth. So let me know, guys. I mean, I asked you these questions and I really want to hear from you guys back. I appreciate all the input here. Jesse Valdez says the triggers are tricky. Went and lost a couple hundred on the spare of the moment. Glad I left. I haven't been back. Went to see what would happen. No wins. Yeah, I mean, going into a casino, the thought of it, when you think about it, right, it brings joy. It brings a little bit of a joy. It brings a little bit of an excitement, right? The thought of being around others and there is a certain element of gambling, okay? But when it becomes problem gambling, it's not a joy anymore. It becomes, it's, what does it become, man? It becomes a nightmare. It becomes an entanglement. You become depressed. You want to hide from people. You start losing in life. You feel like shit. You feel worthless. You just don't want to do things, man. You don't want to do things. But again, we don't have to stay there. You don't have to stay there. Alakshar, thank you for your time, which you spend telling us how to overcome gambling addiction. It all leads to relationship separation, and it destroys families and self-destruction. My name is Aladdin. Thank you, Aladdin. I appreciate you sharing that. Truth, man. I mean, what else do we have to look forward to if we're entangled in gambling? It takes courage to be here in front of me. It takes courage. So I pat you guys on the back for being here. It's a start, right? It's a start. And again, determination comes from hope, right? If you have hope, you can be determined. And if you're determined, you can work with that. You can establish some kind of a plan. And if you need help, don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed. Humble yourself. Don't be so proud to think that you can do it on your own. I know I couldn't. Catch it before it gets out of hand, my friend. Don't let it be like a three-legged chicken. You won't be able to catch it. It'll just get away from you and you'll never catch it. So I'm going to be ending here. Again, I know I'm being repetitive, but I really want you guys' input on this program. What can we do to make this better for you? What can we do to make this program better for others? Send me your ideas. Send me your topics. Maybe you got a specific topic that you want to talk about on this program. I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to be back here once again. David says, I learned that gambling is the devil's game. It's the devil's pit. It's the slime pit. Yep. George Richards says it really is the devil. Seriously, why do people always win at the beginning? It's to suck us in. Yeah, you might get a win. It's never really a win, but it's there has to be some form of manipulation in that game. So, and sadly, we lose more. We always end up losing more than we will ever win. So, what is the program again? I'm sorry, I didn't follow from the beginning. The program, not too sure what you mean by that, Aladdin. If you're referring to my website where you can consult with me for 30 minutes free, I do have a coaching program. I'm opening up a couple of spots a month. I'm currently opening up, 2 to 3 spots. I'm saying 2 right now because I'm in school. I've got a lot of other things going on. But if you want to consult with me, I'll give you 30 minutes of my time free. We can talk about to see if we're a good fit, to see if maybe you qualify for what we're doing. And I'm going to help you get results. I'm going to help you get results faster. I'm going to help you. That's what my commitment is, to help you get the results that you want faster, help build faith in you, help you build you up, so that you can realize that all you have to do is give yourself permission. And that's the key, is once you get strong, you just get stronger. You won't be stopped. We will overcome this addiction. Don't worry. And yes, we will, George. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. One way or another, we will. Yeah. Every time that you step into that casino floor, it's hell. Yeah. So I'm going to be back here, my friends. I want to thank you once again. It's been a privilege and an honor to be in front of all of you guys. I hope that you liked my joke in the beginning, my chicken joke. I probably didn't do a very good job of sharing that joke, but I thought it was really funny when I heard it. In fact, I heard it from President Reagan. So thanks for people like Santos helping us, man. You're welcome. Pick my brain. Pick my brain. Walk away with something, okay? I'm challenging you guys to walk away. Anytime that you come into this live program, walk away with something. Take notes. Take notes. Keep a little notepad. If it's just for this program, you write down your ideas that you get, and then you begin to implement your ideas. You guys are all very smart, each and every one of you. You are all smart. Dig deeper. You're going to find your inner genius. So I'll be back here 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Friday, maybe with something a little bit different. Hopefully we'll begin working on this Google Hangout that we've been talking about. Donate, my friend, financially. $1 million. If you got $1 million lying around under a mattress someplace, don't leave it in your backyard like one of my friends did, and then he got his money stolen. Donate to this labor of love. It'll go towards a good cause, and it'll help me help you guys further. And give away some. You guys want some products, some health products, some books, some T-shirts? Let me know. We got to fund that area, that project. And okay, here's what I want to leave with you last. Okay, I want you to think about this. Okay, we can learn a lot from children. They have something that is called childlike faith, and us adults, we need to learn from children. Okay, if you want to behave like a non-gambler, okay, you want to behave like a non-gambler, okay, that means that's a lifestyle, right? Behavior is a byproduct of your lifestyle. So if you're behaving like a gambler right now, that means that the image that you have up here is an image of a gambler, okay? And whatever that casino, cards, bookies, horses, online, whatever it is, using your laptop, that image is in your head, okay? That's all in there. So is it possible to enter into a world where you begin to imagine yourself as a non-gambler? Is it possible to begin acting like that person that you see in your mind's eye? Is that possible? In other words, you're beginning to act. You start acting like a non-gambler. Santos, that sounds crazy. That's what we're trying to do. Exactly. But if you don't go about it the right way, it makes it difficult. You see, you got to train up here, right? If you just Get a mental image, a new mental image, my friend, of who you want to be. Write that image, describe it in detail on paper, let it get into your head. And the more we talked about repetition, the more that you look at that, the more that you visualize, you think about it. You don't think that's going to affect the way you live? You don't think that's going to affect whatever you focus on? Whatever you're focusing right now, whatever you're focusing on right now is what will manifest in your life. If you think about taking a hot shower, guess what happens? Your body usually follows that thought, doesn't it? If you think about brushing your teeth, if you have a thought to eat, I don't know, tacos from Taco Bell or tacos from a taco truck downtown that you get that thought. What generally happens to your body? You generally will tend to move in that direction, my friend. It's almost like you're on autopilot. You can do that to yourself when it comes to addiction too, my friend. Yes, you can. I'm doing it. I've done it, and I still work on it. It is a process, though. I can help you with that if you decide that you want to look further into that. But my friend, you can Google, you can find videos on imagination and creativity, and you can think about children. Look at children. Children play in their own little world. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you entering into your own imaginative world when you're alone, or even when you're around other people, because people can't read your mind. They can only read your lifestyle. So hopefully you've gotten some good insight from what I've just shared with you about acting out that image, right? And it makes things a little bit easier, really, once you get a hold of this principle that I share. I also share this in the Little Red Book, but unfortunately, I don't know. I may just tell my partner to just say, you know what, it is what it is. If people want to order it, let them order it while we work on it. But here it is. It's huge, man. I was kind of shocked when I received my copy, but eventually it's going to be this size again. So, anyways, I'm done. I'm done preaching. I shared my proverb. I've shared the three-legged chicken. I've had a great hair day. Once again, I'm inspired. I'm motivated. I am ready for the week, and I hope that all of you guys that have participated in this live program are also preparing for this week. So I'll read a few comments, and we will end the program. We must, Allah says, we must and we will have strong faith in yourself, my friends. We will overcome this tragedy. I'm going to read that again for all of you. This is a statement from Allah here in the chat. He says, we must and we will have strong faith in yourself, my friends. We will overcome this tragedy. George Richards, above that one, says, we have to stop now. We have to stop now. If you don't stop now, if you don't stop today, if you don't stop, or at least if you don't make a decision in the cement, right? You make a decision, draw a line in the cement. If you don't do it from today, from right here, if you don't do it, while you have inspiration and motivation and some hope, if you don't do it now, when will you? Will that opportunity come? For some, it doesn't come. For some, they lose the opportunity. George says gambling sucks. He also says, if we don't stop, we are going to end up killing ourselves. 3 places where we end up: the hospital, right? Maimed. We lose a body part, or something weird happens because for whatever reason, we end up in a casket, right? Those are the 2 ways that you can stop. Or number 3, you can make a decision and change your ways. You can make a decision and have a plan and change your ways. Thank you, Richards. Thank you for sharing those thoughts. I would love to meet you one day, Santos. You're amazing. I'm amazing. Sometimes I amaze myself when I look in the mirror. Thank you. Sure, I'd love to meet all of you guys. I am going to be on the East Coast next month visiting family. So who knows, if you're in the area, if you're near Connecticut, maybe we can have lunch. So thank you, Allah. Thank you, George. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Dan. I didn't see anybody else. None of the I didn't see Laura today. I didn't see Faye. There's David, Daniel, Dan G, Stephen, Huggins. Thank you for being a part of this program. So once again, guys, I look forward to your Louis Payan. I'm having a tough time staying away from the casino, he says. Keep coming back to the videos. Keep coming back to the program. Repetition. Force feed your mind if you need to. Whatever it takes. You know, I think about Manny Pacquiao. I think about Mike Tyson. I think about some of these athletes, Jose Canseco, Jay Cutler, Phil Heath. Some of these guys train very, very severe. I mean, brutal training. Why do they do it? Because they want to be a champion. They want to win. And again, I'm going to leave you with this. You can do this. You can do this. The day that you finally give yourself permission and recognize that it's problem gambling is a lie. You know, out of control gambling is a lie. Those thoughts are lies. Those temptations and those triggers, they're always going to be around. They're not going to go away. But you can defeat them by training yourself ahead of time. By training yourself ahead of time. So with that said, my friends, I want to thank each and every one of you once again. I will see you on Friday. Remember, send me an email if you want to do something different. Ideas, topics, I'll be waiting for them. Peace through strength, my friend. I love each and every one of you from the top of my heart. Remember, I'm going to see you at the top on the inside on my very next one. And remember to make every single day super fantastic, terrific, and over the top, my friends, in spite of and because of. Soldier of self-mastery. Hasta la vista, baby. Until my next episode.